First you need to create a new composition. So go to composition and new comp and make sure your duration of your music and press OK. Now you need to create a new shape. You can double click on the shape layer and go to ellipse and ellipse path and make the size into the square. So just unlink the size and set the 500 and right click on this ellipse path and convert to bezier path, because you need to copy paste this path. So control C for copy, and also you can rename this layer and just hide this. And now you need to create a new solid. So because we want to apply a mask, and go to the mask and mask path, then control V. You can paste the before we created the shapes into this mask and make the mask into none. And now you need to apply the effects. So go to effects and generate, then audio spectrum. So you can apply the audio spectrum for this layer, and I just import the audio into this comp. Now select the solid and go to FX control and select the audio layer, and also select the path, that means the mask one. And if you press enter, before you press the enter, you can set the maximum height or frequency or anything. This is the basics of the audio spectrum. You need to only create a mask solid and apply the audio spectrum effects, then choose the audio and mask one. It's the basics. Now you can work with the image. If you create any spectrum, so just import the image, and I just duplicate the shape and delete the glow and make the shape name into mask. It is not necessary, and add a fill for the shape and remove the stroke and just scale. And disable the image, and you can pre-compose this image and move all attribute into the new composition and change the composition name into logo. And next you need to change the mask, the track matte into the alpha matte. Now so you can only see this shape through the above circle. So if you want to animate any helicopter or anything, you need to import the shapes or import the elements into the pre-compose, then you can animate inside the pre-compose. So if you watch here, you can see everything is animate. So this is the basics of music visualizer. And if you need to change the images, background images, you can go to the logo composition and change anything. And if you want to change the music, go to the music composition, that means the audio composition, change your audio. So you can create the audio template like this. Now as a basics of the music visualization. Now you can create the achieved style music visualization like Iron Man or anything. So entire basics is same, and you need to create a new solid and apply the visual audio visualizer. So everything is same. So first we need to create a circle, and convert to the bezier by right click on the, and you just copy the shape and create a new solid and name it the react one, and add a new mask. Then go to the mask and mask 1 and mask path, then control V for paste the before we copied shapes and make the mask into none. Then you need to go to generate and apply the audio spectrum, and you just copy the audio into the composition and pre-compose this audio, and go to the FS control and select the path and audio layer. Because if you want to change the audio, you can double click on the audio composition and change your audio. Say just like template. Now zero the softness and maximum height set into 800 and frequency bands into the 99. If you just hit on the space bar, you can see like this as per your audio. Now you can set the hue interpolation into 65 for the, because the color value is changing, and thickness into the 2.6, and make the display option into analog lines and side to side A. If you play this audio, you can see only the outside. The music visualization is going to outside. So I just duplicate this solid and only select the second duplicated and change the side option to side B. If you play, you can get the both side and the inside and outside of the visualization, and create a new shape layer and go to ellipse path. If you want to create a shape like this, double click on the ellipse and change into the less size. I think 200 is okay. Now select the shape layer and remove the fill and apply the grade stroke. Now you can see our first visualization. Now we need to pre-compose this layer, so select the all and right click and pre-compose and react to one, name it, and few hit on the space where you can see like this, and I think it's double audio is here. I just turn off the audio, and now we need to create another solid, and you can rename into the React 2 and just copy the shapes, and you need to go to the solid and create a new mask and go to the mask properties and mask path. You can control V, that means the paste your shape into the mask path. And if you double click on the React one, our first, you can just copy these effects by Control C and select the React 2 and Control V. You know, you don't need to apply again, so you can easily control. So you can copy this, the old effects into this new solid. Now you need to change the solid option to select the A and B and change into the analog dots. Then select again the audio layer. If you mask path, it's okay. And you can get the two spectrum at the same time. Now you need to change the maximum height into the 250 or around. We don't need the more height in this small spectrum. Now you need to create a new another shape layer, sorry, the solid layer, and change the name into React 2. I would say React 2.1 and copy this path and select the React 2.1 and make a new mask and go to the mask one there before we do it, and paste the shape and change the mask mode into none and apply. You can copy these effects by Control C and Control V, and I just hide the React one. Now you can see our React 2 only, and change the thickness into 3.9 and display option into analog lines, and side, change the side into A. So we need more maximum height, so just select the React 2.1. Sorry, before I just duplicate the React one and Control D for the duplicate shortcut and select side B and change the thickness into the 3.7 and change into the display option digital. I think we need to change the maximum height into the 800 and also the select the both React 2.1 and React 2 also set the maximum height into 800 and end frequency into 1500. and say I think we need to change into inside, so select the side into the P. Now everything is okay. Now select the all React solid and change into the right button and pre-compose and name into the React 2. Press OK. If you click on the double click on the React 2, I just turn off the audio in React 1 pre-compose and turn on the main composition audio and also turn on the React 1 visibility. Now just increase the React 1 composition scale, make the bigger React 2. So select the both pre-composition and make into the 3D by clicking this icon. Now if you select the both composition and press R for rotation, you can rotate the 3D, and I just rotate into -75 and also set the -75 React 2 and React 1 composition. You can see it in here in 3D view, and I just set the position of this React to make it a lower size. And now you can see it's just like a 3D HUD style. Now we need to import more. I just copy this React 1 pre-composition and make it into the bottom of the React 2, and I just add a fast blur. So go to effects and blur and sharpen and apply the fast box blur. And just increase the blur radius, and I think 10 is not okay, it's too much, so I set into the 5. And it's a depth of field. You can create a depth of field, make it if you make it the blur, and I just change the blur radius into 4. Now we need to import before we import we need to make it a glow, so apply the glow. I think it is in stylize, so select the old pre-composition and go to style and apply the glow. You can get the glowing effects and make the glow into the top of this fast glow. Now the basics is also okay. Now we want to import more elements for better result, so just download these videos and everything and select the all, and you can import into the project window, and drag into the main composition, and just press R in timeline. You can get the rotation and make it the -75 everything. Now we need to move upside of these effects. So before we want to change the blending mode and everything into add blending mode, and just scale the blending mode, the elements 8 video as per the HUD, and also change the scale, the wave video, and also you can move into the up and down side. I just put in here, and also you can control the scale of this D video. Now I just change the opacity by pressing T in keyboard, and little bit down the PNG of this background, and also just increase the opacity of this wave. Now go to the color correction and tritone and apply the color if you want to change the color of this video. So I think you don't need to add a shadow, and change the mid-tone, and apply the same effects by Control C copy and Control V for paste, and change the same mid-tone and highlight, and also change the opacity of this element 8. So we need to same apply the tritone, Control V, and change the mid-tone color and also the highlight color in this D video. If you press the spacebar, you can see like this. Now the problem is our element 8 video is stopped at the 2 second. So we want to duplicate this video by pressing Ctrl D and move like this. And select the old element and pre-compose and change the name into the elements. And duplicate also the wave video, and if you play, you can get the HUD style music visualization. And now you need to create a new camera. So go to layer and new camera and press ok. And if you want to change the control of this camera, so before we need add the depth of field, so turn on the depth of field and you can adjust the aperture value. So before I just adjust the camera position, and we need to adjust the aperture value. So increase the aperture, it's a blur, and also set the focus distance as per your HUD. And if you okay this focus distance, and now you will get a nice HUD style music visualizer, and hope you enjoy it. If you need any support or any, if you have any doubt, please comment it below, and hope you a good day. See you with another really exciting tutorial. If you want any tutorial, please comment, also comment in below, and bye.